Hi there, I'm Chris Van Hooydonk, Chef and Proprietor of Backyard Farm Chef's Table in beautiful Oliver, BC. Today we're going to make an Ambrosia apple and organic heirloom carrot cake with a little bit of spice notes in there as well. We'll start with a cup and a half of extra virgin olive oil, followed by 4 farm fresh, beautiful backyard farm eggs, and then we're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of demerara sugar. We prefer to use demerara sugar in baking. It has a higher molasses content, which ends up being a much more moist end result in your baking. And on low speed, we're just going to let these combine. We don't need to mix it too thoroughly, but we certainly want to make sure that the sugar starts to dissolve in the olive oil and eggs. Now that our wet ingredients are combined and the sugar has started to dissolve, in a separate mixing bowl, we put together our dry ingredients. We've got 2 cups of all-purpose organic flour, we've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, and in the spice side of things, this organic cinnamon, we've got 1 teaspoon, we've got a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg that we've grated fresh, we have some organic ground ginger, 1 tablespoon, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground green cardamom pods. What we're going to do is add this to our mixing bowl. Now we're looking for this to become fully combined, but we don't want to overmix it. And I always suggest that it's a really great idea to make sure that you take your spatula halfway through the mixing process and really get down to the bottom of your mixing bowl to make sure that all your dry ingredients are incorporated. Otherwise you end up with a little bit of lumps in your batter. As this is mixing, we're going to take these beautiful locally grown Ambrosia apples, a box grater, and these fantastic organic heirloom carrots from a local farm just outside of Oliver. We're just going to grate it on a box grater. We're getting 1.5 cups of apple, skins and all. I love Ambrosia apples with the beautiful blush skin. They don't oxidize very easily. They're very, very sweet and crisp. And they're going to add a lot of moisture to the end result of your heirloom carrot and Ambrosia apple cake. And 1.5 cups of grated carrot. I really love the colors of these organic heirloom carrots, and you're actually going to see the flecks of the purple, the red, and the yellow in the end result, which I always find is a nice little conversation piece as well. I'm looking at our batter here, and it's looking nice and smooth. Beautiful color from that demerara sugar. Now we're going to add this to our batter, and we're just going to mix this until it's combined. So it looks like it's well combined. And as you can see, the batter looks a little bit on the chunky side, but that's okay. As this bakes, our apples and our carrots are going to incorporate a lot of moisture into this. And again, with the spatula, I'm just going to make sure we get right down to the bottom. And we're going to take an 8x8 baking pan if you've got one at home. Nice thing about this batter is you can also bake it into muffin tins, you can bake it into loaf pans if you like. Really depends on how you want to present this. It is very forgiving from that aspect. We're just going to put the batter in to our parchment lined pan. I like using parchment paper because I can guarantee that none of our batter or our end result is going to stick in our pan. It comes out nice and clean. We're just going to smooth it out, get it corner to corner, make sure it's nice and even. Now we're going to place this into a 350-degree oven for 25 to 35 minutes. So now that the cake has been in the oven for 35 minutes, we're just going to test it to make sure that it's 100% done. So what we're going to do is take a toothpick, or I use a skewer. You're just going to poke the skewer in the middle and just pull it out and make sure, and this is coming out clean, so that means the batter is set. Now we're just going to set this aside to cool for about 20 minutes. Now you can serve this warm if you'd like. We do suggest to let it set for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now we've taken our cooled carrot cake, and at Backyard Farm we like to do our desserts a little bit more intricately. So we've taken our Ambrosia apple and organic carrot cake and cut it into a bar. And I made an Ambrosia apple and star anise caramel. We're just going to take a little bit of this and drop it on our plate and kind of smear it on here, nice and haphazard. Place our cake. Just going to pipe a little white chocolate crema. Now we've got some cellared, locally grown pears, which I've poached in port wine, star anise, and cinnamon. We're going to take some tempered Michel Cuisel white chocolate garnish and just finish off our presentation. This might look a little complicated, but it's just as good with a little scoop of vanilla bean ice cream warm out of the oven. We hope you enjoyed our recipe for Ambrosia apple and heirloom carrot cake. If you enjoyed the recipe, give it a vote.